Alright, we're going to be doing a weekly analysis for the next week, April 7th to April 11th. So we know that on Friday we had non-farm payrolls, and we're just looking for next week, this upcoming week. Wednesday we have news, Thursday we have a lot of news, and Friday we have news. Basically all at 8:30, except Wednesday's at 2 o'clock. We have news at 10 o'clock on Friday. So let's go to the charts, and we can look. This is what the daily chart looks like. This is just continuous NQ contracts, not micro NQ, just normal NQ, continuous. And we can see that basically the Nasdaq got rug pulled, so we are seeing a huge displacement lower from here. We didn't really see the rebalance that I wanted to see up here, but it's fine. My draw on liquidity is these lows, specifically this one. I remember last summer seeing this move down here and thinking we have to come back to it. These are just way too close. And then we started going higher. And obviously once we started to go higher, I thought there's no way we come back down here because it would mean a recession basically. But I guess here we are. So we're going to go for these lows, specifically this low down here. This is our next one, obviously. We're very close to that. I would not be surprised if we gap there. And from that, I would not be too surprised if we reverse off of here. But then again, there's sort of no way of knowing how low we're going to go. We can look here. Let's do standard deviations. That might be a little too high. This looks like it's the failed swing, so this might be good actually. So yeah, 2 to 2.5 right here. It's very possible, I guess we could go for these lows. That would be pretty astronomical if we go all the way down here. I highly doubt that. Let's go back to the weekly. I'm just bearish for this upcoming week. I'm not expecting to see a rebalance. You can look here where we don't really have too much to look for. Maybe just looking at 50% of this day alone might be enough. Like just 50% might be enough alone, like on its own. So I think that's possible. To see a 50% retracement, I doubt we're gonna really start going higher at this point. If we do, I think it's just gonna be turtle sweeps from there. Daily chart, we have new day opening gap here. Probably gonna have a new week opening gap. I would bet money on it. Everyone's freaking out right now, so I would not be surprised if we sell off even more, which would be fine. I'd be fine with that. But as you can see, these are huge numbers we're dealing with. We dropped 1,000 points just on Friday. Huge displacement. I am expecting some level of a drop of volatility because usually this kind of volatility does not stay forever. So we can look here on the daily. This was last summer, August 5th, last summer. We had this huge day, almost the same size as today. People thought it was terrible, minus 5.65%. This is way more. But we ended up consolidating for the next 2 days afterwards. However, this was on a Monday. This was just one day. So I think it's possible that Monday we're going to have the same thing happening. So other than that, there's not too much, just this level right here. And like I said, 50% of this daily candle. It's not looking good for shareholders, but we don't really care about that right now. We just want to see price deliver to these lows, and probably from there look for buying opportunities. That's what I'm looking at. You can see here that this 50% of this order block lines up pretty well with the bottom of this 2 to 2.5 standard deviation range. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at for next week and tomorrow. And until then, stay safe in these markets. Don't trade too much. Take scalps. I'm probably not going to be trading at all. Even though I'm only paper trading, I'm 2/3 of the way, a little more, towards getting passing a theoretical first account. I could have passed it last week if I didn't screw up if I didn't get like screwed for 2 of my entries where it's like a few points away from entering me and then going straight to my target. But other than that, just take scalps. So stay safe.